another episode of Chasing Mysteries Gardens. I'm Rebecca, and along with my wife Karen, we are on a mission to renovate and rejuvenate our little piece of earth. We've got some picking to do. I noticed the other day that the radishes and the spinach, it's time to pick. So I've got my little harvest basket here, and we're gonna go see what we can find. Let's get picking. Look at these beautiful ferns. Honeysuckle. So these ferns actually started, we transplanted a couple from my mom's old house. And now I'd say we've got at least a dozen clusters. And they're just so pretty. Here is the garden. And you can see that some of these bigger radishes are really sticking up out of the ground. So we are going to pick them. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Whoop! Yay! Our first radish. Let's see. This one looks ready. That one's pretty. Oh, this one we waited too long. It's split right down the middle. So you obviously want to pick them before they split like this. So it still looks edible. It's a little dry on the inside, but we can cut that away. Oh, yay! Let's see. Oh, that one's a little tiny. Probably could have let that one go. I don't want to get two before they're ready. Those are the onions. And we're going to come back and pick some of the spinach later. So that one is like super tiny. I don't know if it's going to grow any bigger. We'll just tuck that one back in. While I'm here, I'll show you over here. Onions, kohlrabi's going good. So, saw this today. That's a bean sprout. There's a couple of them. So over on this side are our cucumbers. But what happened was I planted them and I think I may have put too much fertilizer in, and it immediately started, and then I got them wet and the ground was already wet. So I think it's a product of overwatering and overfeeding just caused the leaves to turn white. So you can correct this, which I don't know if it's working. I counter fertilize, so to speak. So I put in a little phosphorus to try to get the leaves to grow. So this one's pretty new. You can see how green it is compared to what was there when I planted. So this one's also turning white. So I don't know. I may have wrecked my cucumbers, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So this one's starting to get the little flowers. So I've let the spinach get pretty big, and I probably should have picked it by now, but I had some just a minute ago, and it still tastes pretty good. So we've got some nice big spinach leaves. You just snap them off down inside. We're going to take the big leaves from the outside of the plant, and then it will continue to grow from the middle right here. So you can see new leaves are coming up. So we're just going to keep picking our spinach. So we didn't get a lot of radishes. We got enough for salads for a couple days, so that makes me happy. I was hoping that I could grow way more than this and maybe put some away. I was going to try to can them or ferment them, but they just didn't grow the way I had hoped. And I think it's because I put that chemical on the green part, and it just killed it, and they're not going to grow very big. So that is a lesson learned. So this is all the spinach that we've collected over the last couple days. So there's been a little bit of time in this video. So I saved it. So what happened is leaves like this, we had some weed killer sprayed on our lawn, and it actually got on the spinach leaves and killed the leaf. So we're just going to tear that off, and then we're going to wash everything really, really well. And that is still edible right there. So we're going to use a salad spinner to wash everything first, and then we'll move to the next step. There's a radish hiding. So this spinach, oh, another radish. This spinach is pretty dirty because spinach lays pretty close to the ground, if not on the ground. So you just want to make sure that you wash it really well so that there's no dirt or sand or anything like that. And then we also want to make sure we pick through the leaves. More hiding radishes. So we're not going to bother spinning this right now because it's going to go in more water here in a minute. So this may look like a lot of spinach, but it's really going to cook down. So the next step is to blanch our spinach and then put it in an ice water bath. So while we are waiting for this water to literally boil, I'm going to tell you why we blanch. So our end result is to put this spinach in the freezer. And we blanch because fresh vegetables such as spinach have an enzyme in them And the blanching process stops that enzyme from deteriorating once you've picked it. So if you were to freeze spinach unblanched, it'll do okay for a while, but eventually it'll start to turn brown because those enzymes, even though they're in the freezer, don't stop deteriorating. So the blanching process just helps last your spinach a little bit longer. So we have a pot of boiling, well, almost boiling water. And then next we have a bowl of ice water. And you want to blanch this for about 2 minutes. I'm not sure how long this will take because it looks like there's going to be at least a couple batches. So after we put it in the ice water, then we are going to spin it very gently to try to get some of that excess water before we're going to put it in 1 cup increments and put it in plastic baggies and then the freezer. All right, water, hurry up. Now that it's boiling, we can put in the spinach. Make sure that you get all of the spinach submerged in the water. Now we just wait 2 minutes. All right, 2 minutes is up. Now we get it out as quickly as we can into the ice bath to stop the cooking process. So spinach, when it's fresh, is a little breakable, so little bits break off. So it looks like it's going to be 3 batches for what we have. So we have the spinach in there. Now we're just going to lightly spin it. Try to get some of that water off of it. So much water. So even though you spin it, you can still squeeze out quite a bit of water. So I squeezed it out by hand. Now we want to put it in 1 cup increments, which we're probably not going to have. Might get 2 cups. We'll see. So that's about 1 right there. We'll call that 1. And we're going to put them in these Ziploc bags. And we're going to kind of smush it as flat as we can to get as much air out of the bag as we can. So I will do that and show you. So I didn't quite get 3 cups, so I'm just taking from the other bags to make them all be even. It's not an exact science. You don't have to have a cup. So they say that 1 cup of spinach finished like this is about 5 ounces. So we got approximately, I would say, like 12 ounces of raw spinach. There is still some left outside. Get as much air out as possible. So it might not seem like a lot. It's not a lot. This will be good for 3 meals. Either in, there's a stew that I like to make that has spinach in it. There's a soup that we make that has spinach in it. So this will be three batches of whatever we want to make. I also enjoy spinach with some apple cider vinegar. Just heat it up and hot. So I knew I wasn't going to get a lot. I was just experimenting with if it would even grow, how long it would take to grow, what kind of bugs we might get in the area. And we didn't get any bugs on it, actually. I don't know if it just wasn't out there long enough. So if I want more spinach, I guess I gotta grow more spinach. It takes so much space to grow just a little bit of usable, like a usable measurement of spinach. So there we go, 3 packets of finished spinach. Thanks for joining me as we went around the garden and collected our first harvest of radishes and spinach. You also saw how we put some of that spinach away in the freezer for future use in our eggs, soups, and stews. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And also remember to hit the subscribe button for more. And as always, Suki Suki. Love the earth, love yourself, love each other. Till next time.